Do you have the right to be rich? That's the topic we're discussing today in Chapter 1 of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Chapter 1 is called The Right to be Rich. This is Chapter 1, Part 1. Wallace Wattles writes, "No man can rise to his greatest possible height in talent or soul development unless he has plenty of money. For to unfold the soul and to develop talent, he must have many things to use, and he cannot have these things unless he has money to buy them with." So he's talking here like tools, education, classes, resources, coaching, etc., mentorships, etc. He goes on to say that the object of all life is development, and everything that lives has an inalienable right to all the development it is capable of attaining. Man's right to life means his right to have the free and unrestricted use of all of the things which may be necessary to his fullest mental, spiritual, and physical unfoldment. Or, in other words, his right to be rich. So here he's talking about, we have the right to expand, develop, grow, learn everything that we possibly can in this life to become the best version of ourselves. But we can't do that without money, because we need money for, again, equipment, tools, materials, coaching, mentorships, etc. He says, "In this book, I shall not speak of riches in a figurative way. To be really rich does not mean to be satisfied or contented with little. No man ought to be satisfied with a little if he is capable of using and enjoying more. The purpose of nature is the advancement and unfoldment of life, and every man should have all that can contribute to the power, elegance, beauty, and richness of life." He says, to be content with less is sinful. Now, this is a hot topic for a lot of people, because a lot of people have issues regarding spiritualness and money is the root of all evil, and all of these belief systems that say that money is bad and it's noble and spiritual and positive and noble to be poor, to get by with little, to sacrifice. But he's saying that it's actually sinful to be content with less, because with less you cannot be everything that you are capable of being. You keep yourself small, you keep yourself limited, and he's saying no, that's sinful, to not become everything you're capable of becoming. And that's a big statement, and it's a big shift in belief for a lot of people who do believe that money is the root of all evil, or that it is spiritual or religious or noble, or any of those things holy, to get by with little, to be content with as little as possible. So, like, he's getting in here, digging in with these, big concepts right out of the gate. He goes on to say that the man who owns all he wants for the living of all the life he is capable of living is rich. Life has advanced so far and become so complex that even the most ordinary man or woman requires a great amount of wealth in order to live in a manner that even approaches completeness. Every person naturally wants to become all that they are capable of becoming. This desire to realize innate possibilities is inherent in human nature. We cannot help wanting to be all that we can be. Success in life is becoming what you want to be. You can become what you want to be only by making use of things. And you can have the free use of things only as you become rich enough to buy them. Whew. Okay. Again, we're getting into some heavy topics here, because if you think about it too, I just want to circle back, because he says life has advanced so far and become so complex, that even the most ordinary man or woman requires a great amount of wealth in order to live in a manner that even approaches completeness. Okay. This, again, was written in 1910, okay? So if you think about the cost of living in 1910 versus the cost of living in 2024, 2025, it's mind-blowing. So he's saying even back in 1910, when you could buy a loaf of bread for a nickel, probably, that even then, men and women needed to be rich and needed wealth in order to become everything that they were meant to become. And he says we cannot help wanting to be all that we can be. And the thing is with that is, I think most of us that would be watching a video like this or reading a book like this probably have a little like inspiration inside them, a little niggle, a little nudge that's telling them that they should be doing more, or that they are capable of more, or there's more out there, there's more fulfillment, there's more possibility for them. So that's what he's saying here, is like we cannot help wanting to be all that we can be. And success in life is becoming what you want to be. So if you're going down one path and you keep kind of getting nudged, keep kind of getting, you know, this stuff coming up inside of you that says, no, you should be doing this instead. Like maybe you're a lawyer, but you really want to be an artist. Maybe you became a school teacher, but you really, really, really want to go back to law school. So these are the types of things where you need money. You need money to do those. You need money for art supplies. You need money for law school. You need, it's like we cannot be everything we need to be without money involved. And it's just the nature of our society. So he also says, realize these innate possibilities. So innate means inborn or natural. So we a lot of times say like innate talent. We attribute people with innate talents of, music, art, etc. Well, we all have innate possibilities. So we are born into this world with potential and these innate possibilities. And what he's saying is that every person naturally wants to honor those, to let them be explored. And, in order to do that, we need money. So that's what he's saying here is we need money to be everything that we can be, to reach our potential, to explore, the freedom to explore, the freedom to go take classes, the freedom to get, tools or materials or paints and play with them, just to explore, just even to explore those possibilities, we need money. And he says it is not a problem. It is not sinful to want to explore those. It's not sinful to have the desire to explore those. It's not sinful to pursue those possibilities. It's just that we need money to do it. And that's what he's saying is it's we have to in our minds understand that money is a tool to be used in order to expand our possibilities, expand our life, expand our potential. All right. That's it for part 1 of chapter 1. We will see you for part 2.